Leeza is an innovative direct-to-consumer online mattress brand that is also socially conscious. You can't say that about every company. In fact, for every 10 mattresses Leeza sells, they donate one to a shelter through their 110 program. Not to mention, with a patented universal adaptive feel, Leeza is designed for all types of sleepers. And now, Leeza has expanded its offerings to include the Leeza pillow, blanket, foundation, and frame. Guys, I'm here to tell you, I got a Leeza mattress and I've never been happier. I'm moving and I needed something new. Try a Leeza mattress in your own home for 100 nights risk-free. Available in the US, UK, Canada, and Germany online with free shipping, this 100% American-made mattress ships compressed in a box right to your door. It couldn't be easier. Or try it at the Leeza Dream Gallery in Soho, New York City, Virginia Beach, and over 80 West Elm stores nationwide. Get $160 off. That's a lot. $160 off when you go to Leeza.com. That's LEESA.com/housewives. Beloved Bitch Sesh listeners, I have a call to action. As we all know, the world seems to be falling down around us, and we're all well aware many children have been separated from their families attempting to cross the border, as well as there have been and have always been many unaccompanied minors in immigrant youth shelters right now. My dear friends Morgan Walsh and Deanna Russo and I have made direct contact with one of the nonprofits that happens to run 27 of the 100 immigrant youth shelters across the country. They have 5,000 kids at any given month. We spoke with them and we asked how we could help, and here was their request. Send each child a handwritten letter of welcome and comfort, love, and prayers, along with a small teddy bear. Children's artwork especially appreciated. Stickers, decorate them. Spanish letters, obviously also very much appreciated. However, there are translators, so English is fine as well. We're trying to get together as many letters as we can. We joined together yesterday. 400 people came. They donated bears and they sat with their children and wrote letters, and it was beautiful. We're doing it again in Los Angeles this Saturday, June 23rd from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the UCB Theater. Please join us. 5419 West Sunset Boulevard. That's this Saturday. But if you aren't in LA or can't be there in person, please join me in sending letters. In a perfect world, we will be getting 5,000 letters to all 27 shelters around America. And we have direct access to this one nonprofit. And so we are positive that these letters will be getting in these children's hands and they will be taping them above their beds. So this couldn't be more important to bring a little comfort. Of course, long-term policy change, short-term love. We are calling this the Comfort Campaign. So if you cannot be there, please send letters and or small teddy bears by July 4th to the Comfort Campaign, 4470 West Sunset Boulevard, P.O. Box number 217, Los Angeles, California, 90027. Again, that is the Comfort Campaign, 4470 West Sunset Boulevard, P.O. Box 217, Los Angeles, California, 90027. If you have any questions, please email us at thecomfortcampaign@gmail.com. We have already amassed 1,000 teddy bears and letters and are driving them personally on Tuesday to a facility in San Diego. The rest of them we are driving by truck to the command center in Texas, and they will be dispersing them. This couldn't be more important, and I really felt like our listeners would connect with this issue and hopefully help us out and get your kids involved. Lastly, and possibly most important, somehow this flyer, which is on my Instagram, was shared by a man named Anwar Hadid. Thank you, Anwar. I like you. Thanks, guys. This is a quick PS. Lastly, what we're doing is so meaningful, yet it is proving to be incredibly expensive to get this haul of teddy bears across the country. We want to personally drive them in a truck, and it has been a bit of an effort, which we're so happy to do. But should you be so inclined to possibly want to send us $1, $5, $10, $20 to help in this effort, that would be wonderful. You can simply Venmo me at Casey-Caspe, C-A-S-P-E. I realize this is unconventional, guys. I promise you with all my heart, every single dollar will be going to this issue. And if we have any more, we will be donating it to RACIES, R-A-C-I-E-S. And just to let you know, this is not an official organization. We're a bunch of moms who really just want to bring a little bit of light, hopefully a crack of light and something personalized into these children's lives. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Sesh live at Largo. Thank you so much for coming, and I have some news. Danielle has passed to Atlanta. She's passed to guys, it wasn't funny. Everyone's like, ooh. I love Danielle. I would never laugh. The show would go on, but I would never laugh. Danielle is shooting in Atlanta. This was very last minute. She will be joining us in some capacity, don't you worry. But she's so bummed to miss it, and you will have to deal with me and my 3 guests. But I'm so appreciative of you all being here, and I hope that's okay. I hope I'm enough.
Love you, Danielle.
Thank you. I don't know what you said, but R.I.P. Rest in peace, Danielle. May flocks of angels sing thee to thy rest. Guys, so much going on. We have so much amazing Housewives things to talk about. We have a lot of Housewives to get through, and we have so many wonderful guests. I want to bring out a co-host, a gal who, can I sound like my aunt? A gal who has been doing comedy with me. She's been on the podcast many a time, and she's got some opinions, and they're not right. They're not right. Please welcome Jessica Chaffin. Hello.
Like we're
Pretend we haven't
never touch.
Well, pretend we haven't been working on a song Danielle wrote for us 2 seconds ago.
And never touch your fork while you're eating.
That's
what I've learned
What
from the
is this look?
Housewives.
What's happening?
These sleeves are an ode to Carol's bodysuit.
Wow. And I
You
noticed...
can't see what else is under here, but it goes from top to toe. When she was packing it, that was one of my favorite moments. I was like, what is that? Is she gonna rob
Carol's
a convenience store?
clothes need to stop. I'm sorry. And I don't want to be the woman that's like, she needs to dress her age, but close to it? Like I'm fine within 15 years of her age. Like, I'm not trying to get her like...
Or within some kind of a decade that's happening.
Yeah.
Like, none of those clothes are what's happening.
What I'm so upset by, and Matt McConkey, my friend, is so angered by, is her headphones.
Nothing makes me more furious.
It's so enraging.
Than watching Carol walk down the street. She reminds me of I had a college roommate who used to do that, who admittedly was 20 at the time.
Yeah.
But nothing makes me angrier than Carol's giant beats. And I keep looking at them, thinking to myself, those are old beats. Like Carol didn't even get a new pair of beats yet. Like,
you know, I'm gonna stay standing.
though I do like the Rocky look, I have to say, of the sweatshirt under the leather jacket.
She's
That's
really
always
doing
been a favorite of mine.
athleisure to a new level.
I found myself wondering where I could get that cashmere sweatsuit with the stripe across it.
I loved that one. I mean, we all did.
Yeah.
That one,
I have to admit.
That one I liked.
Yeah,
when
it was
she
a winning
crept
look.
by. Okay, we have a lot of Housewives just information that we need to just really run through.
I do want to say really quickly
please.
that my hair and makeup, this is not a personal choice. This is an ode to Carol's first last summer.
Yeah,
This I was trying to do my best Radsy worthy look.
You did. Your eyes are.
But I'm afraid people are going to think this is what I choose
you
to
look
look like in real
beautiful.
life. It's just not my choice. That's all.
You have
Not my
little
choice.
raccoon eyes.
Yeah.
Little raccoon eyes that I love. I wish you did have the beats, though.
I wish, well, if I had been through an airport in the last 30 seconds,
I would have loaned
gotten
you my
that.
Bose Quiet Comfort.
No, they have to be
I'm an
beats.
elder, I know.
And what do you think she's listening? Like, what's it, just her workout playlist?
Her marathon music.
Or like Tom Waits? Like,
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe
Tom
a little DNA
Waits.
featuring Suzanne Vega?
And like Dusty's.
Tom's
Is that
Diner.
the
Tom's
woman
Diner.
that sang it?
Do, 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 do,
Yeah.
do,
I
do.
thought you meant. I'm sorry, guys. I thought you meant that Carol go with me. Carol would be listening in her headphones to the woman in Ally McBeal that sang in the club. That gorgeous black woman that was always like just singing. And remember her? God, I used to know her name. I'm a fan of hers. Fonda Shepard! I wish Fonda would do our show. Guys, our guest is a lovely, lovely human, amazing actress, and a Housewives fanatic. And, I'm going to say she's a fan of the podcast, and I appreciate that about her. Please welcome Jamie-Lynn Sigler. Get out here, Jamie. Wow. Doing social media.
I'm still recovering from that Vicky photo.
I know. I saw you in the wings. You looked so upset.
I was shocked.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how I feel about it yet. We'll talk about
I don't want to say anything too loud, but you are sporting a Bethany-esque Cartier love bracelet / Rolex combo.
Well,
that
minus 12.
It's not
she's got
six.
a lot of
It's
them.
not 6.
Yeah,
but
I'm
it's
on
a
my
nice
way,
look.
Bethany.
Jessica,
Watch out.
Jessica can spot luxury from a mile away.
I appreciate that.
Astonishing.
It's a good look. I
Thank
like
you.
It was
And
I like
it was
your
a
watch
Christmas
better than hers.
anniversary / push present. It was all 3.
It all came together at
all
one
of them
time?
happened within a month of each other.
Oh.
So,
Well done.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Moving on.
My present is pending. Okay. Yeah, why don't we sit here?
Step over here.
This is a scene between Tinsley and Dale. Jamie-Lynn will be portraying Tinsley, I will be portraying Dale, and Jessica will be in the role of Dr. Denker.
Okay.
Let's
The
begin.
only fertility doctor in America that you can just FaceTime. when you want to give a credit card.
Okay, here we go.
Mommy, I've got to call the egg donor, doctor.
I mean, wedding dresses, baby eggs, everything's being set up. We just need a husband.
Mom, first of all, I'm dating Scott right now,
I know,
okay?
but if that doesn't work out, you still have these eggs, which I'm sorry, gives me such pleasure.
This is just an insurance policy. Obviously, I will try to have a baby the old-fashioned way. Hi!
How are you?
Great, how are you? My mom's here too.
Hey, Dr. Denker. She's in a wedding dress. This is just a portrait of things to come.
I wanted to give you guys a credit card to make sure that you keep my eggs on ice.
Of course.
But I do also want to thank you and ask you, and particularly with my mom being here, let's just say hypothetically that I was thinking about creating an embryo. What would be those steps?
Well, let's take a look at we have a beautiful little picture here of your beautiful eggs.
Oh my God! I want to see those little babies!
These are unfertilized. It means they aren't.
That's like crazy! That's like my It's happy tears right now because I'm thinking that I'm looking who could potentially be my children.
Dr. Denker, do you think she needs to have eggs done now before she's too old to get them?
That would be an excellent idea.
So should I do it again?
Yes, she should do it again.
Okay, Dr. Denker, I love you. Thank you, Dr.
Thank you,
Denker.
Dr. Denker.
Thank you. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Great talking. Good to see you.
Bye.
Tinsley, I didn't know they had pictures of your ex.
I didn't either. I want that picture.
We can get it. I want more eggs right now, is what I want. Scene. Wow, beautiful performance.
That was perfection, I have to say. That was pitch
Wow. Thank you, Dr. Zink. Jamie.
Yes.
On the podcast, Danielle has spoken about how she one time auditioned for The Sopranos.
Yes.
You know, she's still waiting to hear. And I don't know. You never know, right, Jamie?
Yeah, I
they
mean,
could reach out.
100%. I back her. Not that I have any say, but
What you might. So she dug up the scene and she wanted to do a little reading of it for you. And I'm actually playing Meadow off camera. I'm trying to just not an impersonation. And I'd like you guys to take a look and you just see, would you have given her now a role that went to the amazingly talented Ari Grainer, the role of your college roommate?
okay.
So let's take a little look.
Hi, my name is Danielle Schneider. I am 5'5" almost, and I have no representation, and I am self-taping for The Sopranos, the role of Meadow Soprano's new roommate, Caitlin. On BAS, oh sorry, can I start again? Oh, okay, sorry. On BHS, fight right through the line, run the ball to the goal line. You should have come.
Where'd you go?
We started off as Smokes, as usual, but we wound up at this place, Ruby Foods, round Broadway and 65th or something. It was fun.
Don't you have a quiz today?
Frosh Week technically ended at midnight. What did they expect? I mean, I'll study now.
Well, I know I have a bio lab. I haven't read any of the chapters.
Aw. Still miss New Jersey.
Well, it's only like half an hour away. It's just this transition, it's a lot of work.
I mean, I just think New York is an experience that unalterably changes a person.
It is really great.
And all this freedom! If you can make it here, you can make it boom, boom, anywhere!
Okay, when did you have your last cocktail?
11:30 this morning.
Jesus, Caitlin.
Unseen.
Wow, powerful. Powerful.
Send a chill up any actor's spine.
I don't know about the show, but I feel like I was robbed of a fantastic scene partner.
Thank you, Jamie.
Not
That's
fair.
very
We could
generous.
have had a really good time together.
Very generous.
Yeah, I mean it.
Wow. Okay, let's get into New York, shall we?
Yes.
I hope everyone, I'm sure this audience is... Oh, hello. Hi, you look so cute.
Oh, thank you so much.
What's this look?
It's a caftan.
I love it.
Asa?
Thank you.
Asa inspired. I can't afford her caftan.
Yeah. Who can? Who can?
I just wanted to make sure you guys knew about two huge developments that happened today.
Uh-oh.
Brace yourselves.
I think I know one. Okay, go ahead.
Our country will be missing one of its heroes. Joe Giudice will be deported back to Italy.
Joe too?
Joe.
What the fuck?
Juicy Joe, are you serious?
Juicy Joe's going to be deported.
Giudice? Where are you getting this news from?
Well, the Lord himself, the Daily Mail.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Okay.
Then it's got to be true.
I'm speechless.
This is a lot to handle.
I hope the other piece of information isn't that Melania's jacket sold out.
Alexis and Jim Bellino. Jim filed for divorce.
Sure.
And is seeking spousal support from Alexis.
Yeah.
Alexis Couture is doing so well
Oh, that's what it
that
is.
Jim needs that money.
Thank you for that update. Thank you.
Was there ever a scuzzier husband in all the husbands than Jim?
Not to
Polino?
my eye.
The scuzziest. What happened to his trampoline parks? Didn't he have a whole a franchise of trampoline parks? Wasn't that what he was hoping?
Yes, that was. They had a
actually
bit of a
sounds like a lot of
competition
fun
of
to me.
something called Sky Zone. Might have put him out of business.
Anybody heard of that place?
Yeah,
Wow. Oh, thank you for that. I love when we have really a true correspondent just
yeah.
weighing in from the field. Thank you. Wow. Okay, let's get into New York. I've taken notes like in an old-timey book, and I have so many notes it's inappropriate.
I left my old-timey book on the chair over there.
Okay. Do you want it to come out? Do you want it out?
Well, I could probably remember
Or you can walk off stage. This is informal. The host we advertised is not here.
Nice catch.
Okay, guys, we have
Put in
someone.
the old soccer skills. To use.
We have someone
You
new
trap it, you own
behind the ones and twos over here. This is Kim. My new assistant is over here. Kim, get out here. I love it. So cute. Okay. Okay, now I wasn't here last week, so I have like some things, but Luanne, what was Luanne talking about was she talking about, at one point she just says so genuinely last week, I mean, I didn't expect to be arrested and not be there.
But Bobby's funeral?
Yes, Bobby's
Yes,
funeral.
Bobby's funeral.
She was basically like, I never thought that would happen.
I definitely deeply enjoyed the 48 hours later montage when we were in her apartment, her new apartment on West End Avenue, which I was struck by the vision, and also when she got back from rehab, the vision of Luanne surrounded by books. Like I realized that none of them have any books in their apartments
I think
when I
that
saw
came
that.
with the apartment, though. I think when she went to
Oh,
go
no,
see it
that's-
with the
that's-
realtor, they were all there.
I
I
think
don't
that's what
think
I
she
mean.
brought any of
She's
those.
renting.
Oh, no, that's
Yes,
what I mean.
yes.
It's all fully furnished.
Yes.
So she's living in like an Upper West Side Jewish intellectuals apartment that was like they inherited from their grandmother with a terrace on West End Avenue and are surrounded by books.
Did they think
the
they would
vision of
see
Luanne,
Lou and their apartment on parade?
It was the sort of schism between the two.
I love
ideas.
that everyone's compassion for Lou is only extended because she's humbled. Like everyone's just like, no, she was humbled. Like I think this is she was really humbled.
She looked. I have to say, she looked 10 years young. She looked amazing.
She does. She looks
a
really
month
good.
without drinking did everything for her complexion.
What about Sonia?
Sonia looks incredible.
She has never looked better.
Yeah.
Although I feel like she ate 8 oranges when they got to. Did anybody else notice that?
She only eats fruits and vegetables.
I don't know if it was
Yeah.
just the way they cut it, but every scene she was eating a goddamn orange. I'm like, what the hell is going on?
And then she stole a plate of berries to take up
Yes.
to her room.
Yes.
Which she was like, oh,
she's eating
I gotta
raw.
order them now, or I won't get them. But
I
she's a
wrote
great
down
beauty, Sonia.
Sonia's face
looks
continues
amazing.
to captivate.
Yeah,
I am lost in her angles. Like she's so beautiful.
she looks amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you guys make of the strange bedfellows that have had to pair up? Which is Sonia and Bethany and Carol and Ramona. It's so odd.
Yeah, the Sonia Bethany thing makes me feel sad for Bethany and happy for Sonia. Because Bethany feels truly like an island this season, I think.
Yes.
She has been isolated big time. And Sonia has a real bounce in her step right now.
Yeah.
It feels like the meds settled in. Like truly, I think she went to Costa Rica, and she did her detox, and then she kind of maybe not tapered off her antidepressants. Was absolutely
Sonia?
much like whoever's tripped out over that microphone. And so there
She
was
spent a
real-
little bit of time sequestered in her bed, surrounded
Yeah.
by plastic.
Yeah.
She probably had a lot
She
of like
and-
meditative time to
She
think
took
about
her
things.
green guard or her green calm, whichever. Remember,
Yeah.
she was like, "Am I taking green calm or green calm? Whichever one I need right now." But she looks amazing.
Yeah, she looks amazing.
And she has somehow settled into this ability to kind of stay out of it,
Yes.
which is interesting on her right now.
Now you guys are on. We're on different sides, and I know people have sent me so many messages. They're so angry that I'm on Bethany's side of this Carol Bethany, but you guys are. You're on Carol's side.
I'm not into Carol as much as I used to be honest. Yeah. But I think Bethany is just. She doesn't know how to communicate. I think she really cares about her friendship with Carol. I think she really, really is upset about it, but she has no fucking clue how to talk to her about it.
Wow.
I also think Bethany's whole persona, Bethany spends all of her time telling people how they should live their lives. Yeah. And that she interrupts everything everyone says to nitpick what they're doing, to correct them, because she is this great success, which I can't even get into the fact that the job is totally made up, but that she sold her business basically is like a brand ambassador for her own business. Like, it's not like she's running her business.
And you know that those gift bags she brought, she's like, I brought a loofah, skinny girl loofah. I brought a skinny girl mask. I just wanted Luanne to have a skinny girl experience.
Oh, and by the way, side note with that, I totally save gift bags and tissue paper for future gifts, so I didn't think it was crazy that Sonia was trying to do that at all. And
Sonia pulling the gold tissue paper out of the trash can was one of my greatest, because she's made so much progress decluttering and de-hoarding over this season.
But the gold paper was so nice.
She couldn't let it go. She couldn't let it go. But I think that my issue with Bethany is that in this fight, so she tells everyone how to communicate all the time, how to live their lives, and then she and Carol are having a somewhat civilized argument for what goes on in this world. And she can't, and it should have made me sadder for her, but it didn't. I do think it all has to do with like her mother and feeling abandoned and all of this stuff, which is like, she really does deeply care for Carol, and that's why she can't argue with her, because she's so terrified of losing her. But she literally could not hear a word. Everything was like a self-fulfilling prophecy. She couldn't hear what Carol was saying to her. Not that Carol was making an ounce of sense, but more importantly, I just think that like, it's really hard to have a lot of sympathy for her when she's everything is projection.
Look,
everything she's saying to Carol's projection.
I've called
all you
for
care
her to
about
be
is
off
selfies. All you care about is your clothes. It's like, that's Bethany's whole thing.
I've called for Bethany to be off the franchise. That's no secret. But I also am with her on this one. I feel like I don't like the way Carol reacted to Luann's arrest. I thought it was so strange. Like, she was like having an orgasm talking about Lou's like downfall. She was like, ah.
The only thing I agreed with was when she said that the real tragedy was that dress. Yeah.
The dress.
Guys, I don't know what's happening to me. I'm getting like sentimental about these women, but I'm like, that's a tough situation. And I don't know. I just felt Carol was so excited about this. And when she was listening to the whole story, she was like, then what? Then what?
Yeah.
And everyone else was just like trying to sympathize.
No, I completely agree. And I have to be honest, what happened to Luanne could have happened to any one of them if they still had a sex drive. Like truly, like what happened to Luanne to me was like, God, I hope they don't send me to rehab. It was like a French comedy. It was like a slamming doors farce. She ended up in the wrong bed.
Yeah, it was like Noises Off.
It was literally like The Maids.
Like Grand Hotel.
It was crazy to me, but
I love who was taking care of Luanne as like her mentor to re-enter society. Dorinda. Dorinda shepherding her back from the brink.
Well, I think Dorinda has been beyond a shitstir this season, and I think Dorinda's nasty. I do.
I love Dorinda, but I agree she's nasty.
I used to love Dorinda, but I think that her inability to deal with her own actual drinking problem has led to her to project also so hard on other people. Like she delights in other people's downfall when it comes to drinking and when it comes to...
But she hides it better than like a Ramona.
She stabbed herself in the hand. Does anyone remember that?
Thank you,
Jamie-Lynn. That's not like a...
She was wearing a boot on her foot. She's wearing a boot that I know was like an alcohol-related incident.
For sure.
I was reaching for for a Christoph, and also trying to just camouflage it all in like I was for a Christoffel salt shaker, and it's like you can't fool me, Dorinda.
Oh, that's right. That's what it was.
I like when they just Dorinda and Luanne were just like hanging out, and then there was literally in the mid-sentence, the camera just closes up, oddly timed, to Dorinda's leather chain link glove.
Yeah.
It's like the camera people are just like,
Well, they wanted to make sure we did not miss that.
Yeah.
And I appreciate
I have to
that.
say, I noticed earlier in the season when Ramona was on the phone with Dorinda, she was doing her, talking like having her phone in front of her mouth or whatever, and it said, and she has in her phone Dorinda as Dorinda and Richard Medley.
Oh, is that what was blurred out?
It wasn't
noticed
blurred.
that.
Oh.
It wasn't blurred.
Oh, Luanne's
You just
phone
had
was
to
blurred
really
out.
want to pause to see how bad they all are at
Speaking
inputting
of things you
context.
couldn't hear, did I hear wrong, or did Bethany say on the show? Was she like, "Oh, I'm not stirring the pot. I'm not a Rinna."
Oh.
Guys, I think she said that. This is like the Beatles.
I thought Dorinda was what she said. I'm not Dorinda. Yeah.
Okay. I was thinking it's like
Who
the
said
Beatles.
that?
Like we have to. Thank you.
Oh, I thought it was this guy that's been acting half asleep the whole time.
No,
I thought he
he's
finally
not.
had something to say. But you
I think
did
he
perk
likes
up
it.
a little, didn't you? You weren't having so much fun before.
Okay.
Now you're having an okay time.
I'm glad we got to the bottom of that. Now, when Luanne discussed the bologna sandwich,
That was a visceral experience.
Woo!
That actually took me on a journey when
Yes.
she discussed that sandwich.
Absolutely.
Because I felt like if I had been to jail more than once, I'd be really looking forward to that bologna sandwich. Like
But
I'd be
you
like
know
wondering
to
where my
look for
sandwich
that
was.
mustard packet.
that mustard
exactly.
packet. That
But
little
who would have
mustard
thought
packet.
to open the sandwich to look? Like, that's so
You'd-
rude of
you'd
the
have
police
to-
officers.
You'd have to know the ropes, yeah.
Clearly.
Yeah.
It was an insult to injury to put that mustard packet on the top. But I love that Luanne was truly, genuinely more upset about that sandwich than the fact that she had assaulted officers.
I mean, I haven't had bologna in 40 years.
Guys, and then we're blaming. I love the story where she's like, and the Julie's cat, and
Oh, the cat. That was
and
my
then
favorite.
Thanks, and the cat goes meow. Thanks, Luann. We weren't sure what that sound was.
And it was not a great predictor of Luann's success post treatment that she was already lying about the story that she told before, which was like, and of course I had to flee to a hotel because
Right.
Julie, who I already knew, had a cat.
and because
Cats was-
they had
was
a
fun.
jazz singer at the Colony.
Yeah.
It's like, who is this jazz singer? Luann, I gotta say, the way she's unfolded like a flower over the years is just remarkable.
She worked her way back to be a regular, though. Like, let's
Yeah.
give her some credit
She's
for that.
in
She
the
was
middle.
like shoved
Absolutely
aside,
right.
and she's in the middle now.
She's in the
She's
middle.
in the middle, like with the apple. She's in the middle.
She's
That's
in
a
the
big
middle.
fucking deal.
You go from coming out halfway through a reunion to the middle. You're fucking amazing.
100%. 100%.
You're absolutely right. It's been a really interesting.
She was being paid part-time.
Yeah.
Yep.
She was a recurring.
Yeah.
For a little while. They demoted her to recurring.
they did.
But it's been a really interesting season in that sense, which is like no one is safe. All the alliances have shifted. The power dynamics have shifted. You're right. Yeah.
Ramona,
I wouldn't rent Ramona's house in the Hamptons on Airbnb for $325 a night for the entire house. I just want to get that out there. The best thing about that house is the driveway. Is the way it's situated. It's a nicely situated home.
the way it's situated.
Yeah. Oh, those closet doors, those folding closet doors, those wooden
And the way
Home
she
Depot
redid-
closet doors.
The way she
The
redid her
backsplash
new...
was still there. She didn't want to lose the salmon and the coral and turquoise.
But she was so
backsplash.
shocked. She was like, "What's happening?" Like she was on Flip It or whatever those fucking shows are, and they're showing her the house. Like she's like, "What are you doing?" But also flirting with him.
Yeah.
She was like worked so much into that scene.
Yeah.
Well, she was so worked up that her hair had flipped over the front of her head, so that there was just one piece that was where she was trying to do her like coy flip, and she just ended up looking like a mop.
Ramona belongs with a contractor.
Oh, totally.
That is her destiny.
What about Bethany's contractor? He was so cute.
Oh, Steve Fanuca?
Thank you.
The Fanuca?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He has his own show, and it's.
I want to say
dropped the ball on that one.
I have two quick things I want to say. One is that I cried genuine tears at Bobby's passing and Bobby's funeral.
Same.
And I was heartbroken about that. And having seen the pictures, of course, when it first happened, I wondered what that conversation was between her and Jill. And I was really struck by the fact that Bethany really needed her joke to land. And like we're all guilty of it. We've all done it once or twice. But she needed that joke to land so hard, and it just wouldn't land because Jill was like, "I'm at my husband's funeral right now. Like I'm not quite ready for your joke." That was
What about the
atrocious
gift bags
to me.
or something?
Yeah,
with the
where's the gift bag? Oh, the gift bag. Oh, there's a gift bag. Okay. What about the gift bags? And Jill was
That's
like,
the first time I've ever
"Thank you
seen
for
Jill
coming."
walk away from a camera.
Yeah.
When she got in the waiting car in the hearse, I was like, wow, Jill.
I loved Jill's sunglasses. I thought they were
She did.
terrific. And
They
I
were
thought
good.
she out-Jackie-O'd Bethany, who was trying to do a Jackie-O
that outfit was-
Jackie-O. Instead, she looked like Inspector Gadget's sister or something. Like she had some ridiculous...
So good. Exactly.
And the bear, I hate that shoe boot.
You know
that
what
she's
made
been
me
wearing all
feel?
season.
What made me feel so sad is when Bethany was back in the car with her driver, and of course her beloved driver's off for the holidays.
Oh, I thought Kevin purposely took. I was so excited that was a Bravo intern for sure that was driving her.
But then she couldn't help but open up. It was like taxi cab confessional.
Yes.
So upsetting.
There's a great shot of that kid at the end when he drops her off, and she's like, "Yeah, I don't know, like that's life, I guess. Like people lose people, like whatever." She was talking, like talking to herself, and the kid, he's moved all the way up in his seat, trying to get away from her, and he just he knows the camera's on him, and he just kind of goes. It was so amazing. He was so uncomfortable.
Guys,
I want to say
how
one more
many
controversial thing about Carol.
go
may
ahead.
I think based on just the scene of Carol's, by the way, that's not an attractive cat. It was a very cute kitten, but it's not a cute cat. And Carol flouncing around her apartment eating popcorn while she's on the phone to the editor of Cosmo, who she owes a column to.
After you've had a full storyline about how you didn't get a ghostwriter. She's like, I can't make the deadline.
So what I'm going to say is I actually think Carol didn't write her book.
Guys,
None of that was the behavior of and also I'll say another thing, and you're going to think this is insane, and then you're going to think about it a little bit, and maybe in a week you're going to text me and say, I think you had a point, Chaff, which is that when you look at the way Carol, how Carol does that crouching thing, like when she's in her pajamas, she puts her feet up, or she sits kind of like in a crouch, like as though she's either a yogi or a 3-year-old, or there is no woman that has spent her life at a keyboard that can do that. Think about that.
Okay,
she's 53 years old or 54 years old. She can still stretch all of her parts where they're split. This is not a woman that sits at a keyboard. I'm not gonna do this.
Jamie, who's your favorite of the New York Housewives?
God, that's like asking me my favorite child. It fluctuates. But I want to say if I have to pick Sonia, because in the end of the day, she makes mistakes just because she's Sonia, but I think deep down she's really a good person. I think she's kind. I think she's been through a lot of shit. And I don't know. I always root for her. I want her to be okay.
Wasn't it odd when she had to defend those slippers? Which we're going to come to blows over those slippers next week.
I completely disagree that it was odd to defend that she had to defend those slippers. I'm exhausted, but her husband has a new wife and a new life, and I completely agree that she is not a Morgan.
Of course,
and that she should stop talking about it. But you mean the fact that they would call her out on more of her inanities? Is
Well,
that
just
what you
then
mean?
let her wear them. I feel like that's it. I mean, like Dorinda, just like, I mean, it looks like they get like in each other's faces next week. I don't know if you saw that about
What's
it,
that
but
gonna be?
I mean, just let her wear it.
When she was like, I'm a Morgan, I'm a huge part of that family. I was like, Aren't you suing?
What did she say? She goes to meetings in Paris for something?
At the Family Foundation Museum.
That's what, in Paris, that's right.
You know, the Family Foundation Museum in Paris.
Guys, as usual, your stomach and the rest of your life are at war. You need to eat, but you can't stop what you're doing to deal with it. I haven't eaten in 15 hours. I'm so busy. And by the way, I will make up for that with many bad choices. Let's introduce Postmates, the app that adds a delivery option to your favorite restaurants. Guys, I have Postmated virtually every single meal of the last 4 years since I had children. Now, I know that doesn't sound great. I don't cook. I'm embarrassed, but I love it. No more driving, parking, or even talking on the phone. Just download the app and you order. 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, Postmates will bring you what you want within an hour. You can even track your food and driver. You forgot to get eggs and milk, no problem. You want a burger? Check, please. You can even have them, I've had them go to the drugstore for me last minute if I'm needing diapers. Looking for the perfect bottle of red wine, summer beer, order up. Postmates is your new long-term munchies booty call. Wow. That was quite a line, and I liked it. For a limited time, Postmates is giving you $100 of free delivery credit for your first 7 days. To start your free deliveries, download the app today and use the code Housewives. That's code Housewives for $100 of free delivery credit for your first 7 days. Save the hassle. Get the food that you love fast. Oftentimes, if I'm rushing home from work, I will Postmates dinner for my kids. I have to, guys. I'm a working gal. We're all busy, and Postmates is everything. Stay in on a Saturday night. Postmates. Come on, guys. At Postmates, you can get the food you love fast with code Housewives.
To wrap up New York, we need to bring out a guest who has a story that will knock all of our socks off regarding New York. She has contacted me. She's a friend, and she contacted me with some news that I didn't know happened, and it's quite shocking. Please welcome the co-host of an amazing podcast, Throwing Shade, Erin Gibson.
Woohoo!
Hi! You look so cute! Get over here.
I had a jumpsuit on. I didn't get the memo, and I just made the shirt work.
Why did I tuck mine in?
I'll take my credit.
I don't know why I was tucking mine in. Oh, you've tucked yours
Oh, yeah,
in.
I
It's
did.
very cute.
Well, I'm doing like a high waist. I'm sort of fat right now, like hot thing. Yeah.
So am I.
Yeah. That's my story. I'm 5 pounds overweight. So
That's my dream.
Yeah. Does anyone want wine?
5 pounds overweight with muscle. So that, yeah, just to be clear.
Erin, tell
I'm
us
kidding.
why you're here.
Okay, so I emailed Casey and I said, here's the email. It just said in the subject line, my husband made out with Countess Luanne. And then in the body it just said, I don't know who else to tell. Because full admission, I haven't watched the shows since season 2. No reason, just other stuff. Yeah. And so I found out about this. Okay, so I've been married with my husband for 5 or 6 years. Brian was at Countess, my co-host friend.
Brian Safi.
Was at Countess's show in LA. And I was in
At the
bed with my
Catalina
husband.
Club.
I'm sorry?
At the Catalina Club.
At the Catalina Club.
Catalina Bar and Girl.
Is that on Catalina?
No, it's on Sunset.
Okay. You have to take a boat, then a train, So I'm in bed with my night guard in, and just frazzled librarian hair with a terribly old Fun Run t-shirt, and I was like, "Look, Brian's at the Countess Luanne concert," and my husband goes, "I made out with her," and then went to bed, and I was like, "No. What a weird thing." And
May I ask your husband's age, just for starters?
my husband is 35.
Okay. Oh, tell us everything.
Okay, I wrote everything down.
So Luanne is then not living by Sonia's rules, which she announced, where she only goes for men under 24 because they don't want anything because they don't know anything about what life should be, or men that are in their 60s and already established.
How old is Countess now, allegedly?
I bet she's 54.
Yeah,
Okay.
she's in her 50s.
So this happened in 2006
Okay.
Okay.
when my husband was 23. And I don't know.
This is
I
when
feel
like
like I'm
Noel
gonna
is
get-
growing up. Her son, like these are when the kids are younger.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very young.
Very young. I don't know what I'm getting into with saying the dates or whatever, so I don't know if we need to cut that out, but it was a weekday.
I don't think the dates are what we would cut.
This is the weirdest part about I wrote notes. I interviewed him last
Probably
night.
your husband is the only person that's going to want anyone to cut anything.
He's totally fine with me telling the story. Okay, so it's my husband, 23-year-old husband at the time, his cousin who's a woman, his dad who's like 60, and Countess Luanne. If you're a 23-year-old woman living in New York City, you're like, I'm going to dinner and out to a club with my uncle and Countess Luanne. That was the setup.
And how was she there with them?
And are we at the
think they were
Regency?
being
Where
set
are we?
up?
Oh no, where are we? Are we at the Regency?
No, he didn't remember the name of the restaurant. He only knew that it was next door to the Blue Man Group. That's all he remembered.
So it was downtown.
Downtown.
Lafayette Street.
That's a blind spot for me, for sure.
It's like it's not on the maps. Your phone just
Blue
goes
Man
down.
Group.
You don't go below 57?
I don't go past Blue Man. I stopped listening at group.
I guess that my father-in-law is friends with
I bet they were at Indochine.
Alex de Lesseps.
I bet they were at Indochine.
They were what?
Yeah.
Hold on. Your
Indochine
father.
on Lafayette.
Or butter.
Yeah.
My father-in-law is a weird Italian question mark how he makes money. And so
Okay, so you said he was friends with Alex de Lesseps.
Yes.
Okay.
why he's not there, I don't know. And so they're all at dinner having steaks. And this is important. This will be important later, but my husband had on a herringbone Mandarin collar jacket from Paris. That will come back.
That's going to come back.
Okay. So they're at dinner, and then they decide they're going to go to a club, the four of them. Two 23-year-olds, their uncle/dad, and Countess Luanne.
And is the father married at this point, or do we think possibly he and Luanne are an item before things shift?
I asked my husband if he thought that they had sex, and he said probably not, but there's always a possibility.
And Lou's married, of course.
Yeah,
I don't-
Mary, I was gonna say.
She did say she had an open relationship.
She was living at I'll get to that because I don't know where this place. I don't know why she was.
Okay,
at
we're gonna
this
let you go.
certain place.
You go.
No, but ask me questions as you have them because I have so much information I don't know where to start. So they go to this place called Club Pink Elephant, which I guess was like a hot club at that time. Do you have a?
What,
No?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Couldn't get in. Oh, by the way, this was like before she had shot the first season, but it hadn't aired yet. So she was talking about it the whole dinner, and my father-in-law was like, "Okay, doesn't know what a reality show is. Like, well, I'm an old rich man from Italy. I don't know what this is.
An old possibly rich man.
Possibly,
Yeah.
probably shell game situation. Yeah, like I've
At
got
this
plenty of
point,
money.
a rich man.
Yeah, allegedly.
Yeah.
They can't get in, so they decide they're going to go to another bar. I guess like there's like a bar next door, the lesser bar, where the people who can't get in go. So they go there. And 20 minutes after they're there, Ale and Countess lose everybody. I don't know if this is purposeful or not, but that's when the making out starts at this club. Then
I love that you took us to every bar they're at, but then you jump us to their making out.
He didn't.
Okay, great.
He didn't. He just said
Okay.
the next thing I knew we were making out.
Great.
They're bumping. They're grinding. I asked specifically, "Did you touch her butt?" He said yes. I said, "Did she touch your butt?" He said yes. So there was. By the way, I was leaving my bed last night being like, "Did you touch her butt?" Okay. That's good, baby. Yeah, more of that. So then So then they get tired of this place. They go next door to a reggae bar.
So Luanne, like
I know. I'm really like this is like shades of St. Bart's. They love
like
that
all in the
outdoor
city
bar.
block.
They love that
Yeah.
outdoor bar.
They're making out there.
She loves the steel drum. She loves the call of a steel drum. Nothing makes white people feel happy in a disadvantaged place like a steel drum.
Yeah. Also, allegedly,
These people are happy. We can spend our money here.
So true.
also allegedly said, I'm just going to say allegedly before everything that he said that she said. And when they got to the reggae bar, said really loudly, I wish we could find weed. More touching butts. Then she goes to the restroom, and some guy at the reggae bar leans to my husband and goes, bro, how do you do it?
ooh, that's nice.
Yeah. More kissing. He said she's a very good kisser. That's a nice thing to... I feel like I should give her one
Surprising,
nugget
to
in
be
this.
honest.
No, that's nice. You gave her 2 nuggets.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so then she says, do you want to come back to my hotel room? So she's living in a hotel for some
I was
reason.
gonna say.
Wait, so
she
that
had
means
an
she's
apartment.
separated,
Okay.
right?
Well,
I don't know.
Or the openness.
Yeah.
But is at this point in time, is she living in
They're
New York
married,
City?
but we don't know.
But are they living?
This is like the time when like her son was taking those like hip hop
That's what
classes
I
in
was-
like her living room. Do you remember those?
And remember when we meet, do you guys remember when we meet Luanne? She's carrying a hamster cage down the stairs. Oh my God. That's our first image of Luanne. And they're all packing up to go to the Hamptons. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so they're making out. He said it was a nice hotel, but couldn't remember what it was. No nudity. Just touching under clothes and dry humping. He said that they were really drunk, and
Can
then
I ask a tough
yeah,
question
yeah,
to ask you?
Does my husband have a big dick? How could she stop herself?
I think she was going to ask if he's a reliable narrator.
No. I was going to ask somewhere in between the two, which is, did your husband, and this is tough to ask a friend,
Please,
did your husband finger Luanne? We need to know.
Oh my God, I
Anything
wish
in
I had
those
my
notes?
phone. I would call him. He's at a poker game.
You can go off stage and call him and just come back and...
Okay, should I call him?
Well, you... Okay, yeah, go call him and come
Wait,
back.
I have
Okay.
a story for in between.
Oh, yeah.
You want me to-
Jamie has a
I
story
can do
for
like a
in
little
between.
intermission story.
Okay, go ahead, Jamie.
So I have a little like Bravo celebrity like relations. When I first moved to LA, I went to this open house of a house, and I'm walking in, and I hear this voice going, "Hey, just let me know if you like need a tour around." And I was like, it was Reza. I bought my first house from Reza. But on that season, it was when he showed Lily my house, and she said it was too small. Whatever.
Legally.
Then,
So your house has been on a reality
my
show.
house has been on Bravo.
Oh, wait.
Okay.
What do we got here?
You asked the question.
I cannot ask your husband this. You ask him.
Okay. Can you hear? Say something.
Hello?
Okay.
Oh my God.
Ale.
Okay, yes.
I didn't ask you this question last night, but everyone needs to know.
Okay.
Did you finger Countess Luanne?
You know what's crazy?
You can hit end now.
Do you have an answer?
I can't really remember, but I'm pretty sure the answer is no. I think
That's okay.
All right.
Thank you
All right.
for...
Thanks, baby.
Thanks for letting us hear your
That's
story.
fine. All right. Have fun, guys.
Wow, Erin.
Okay, the only thing I want to say, that's really the crux of it, but he did leave his jacket, and she called him the next day. And And he said she left a voicemail, and he thought it was an old man. So mean, but he was like, who's this old dude calling me? She said she wanted to return it. She had a lot of fun. And then she said, maybe you can be my Manny, and we can keep this going.
And Gibson, everyone. Wow. That was explosive. Hi.
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 So I'll be really quick. My story is about the morally corrupt Faye Resnick. The time is 2004, Larchmont. This is why I saved it.
Thank you for giving us the neighborhood.
No, I did. I saved it. I live in
It's
New York.
always 2004 in Larchmont.
I saved my story. I live in New York, but I was at the New York show, and I had to do it in LA, so I'm here. And I was a manager at the Starbucks on Larchmont, and I was working, and someone was like, "Oh, Paris Hilton's trash." And this is 2004 Paris Hilton. And I was like, "Of course she is." And Faye Resnick slaps me in my mouth. She literally slaps me, and I
Wait,
know
over the counter?
I was cleaning the condiment bar, and so I knew her as a
So
customer.
you were out on the floor.
Yeah, and she slaps me in the mouth, and I look at her, and I was like, "Oh my God." And she's like, "That's my goddaughter. Don't you say anything about her." And I was like, okay. Like,
She slapped you?
Yeah, she slapped me in the mouth. And I was just like, well, to be fair, she was with a really hot guy, and I was like kind of nervous about him, and so I was like, I'm not.
Wow.
Which part is the to be fair part?
Well, 'cause, I was trying to be all cool, and I say the story because when you yelled at the guy on Larchmont about crossing the street, I was like, that's the charm of Larchmont. What you guys don't know behind the scenes is all of us workers, it was like a soap opera. Someone who worked at the Italian place across the street, I had sex above the Jamba Juice. It was there was an apartment there, above Sam's Bagels.
This story is...
It was so
Wow.
good.
I'd like to give you this Beverly Beach hat.
You have earned it. You have earned it.
Wow, thank you for your work. Thank you. Oh, we have someone standing here. Hi.
Pretty much.
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah.
Okay. There are many details to this story that I might fuck up, so I'm just gonna give the really key important ones.
Great.
Taking it back to New York for a second.
Okay.
I worked with a woman in New York, a makeup artist, who was on that infamous trip in an earlier season where they're Turks and Caicos, St. Bart's, one of those.
Sure.
Something.
Bart's.
Okay, yes.
Makeup and hair is going with them?
Foursome. That's all you need to know. A foursome happened. Sonia, Luanne, Ramona, and the owner of Hooters. And there was also cocaine in an asshole. Those are the key points of that story. There's a lot of...
Is the person that told you this reliable source?
Oh, yeah. I came to another one, and I debated even telling the story because I know if she hears that I told the story, she'll fucking kill me. But just
Wait, the owner of Hooters, the franchise, or a Hooters there?
No, the man that owns
a rich man that started all the Hooters, not Johnny Depp from Letty or whatever.
Allegedly the actual man
Mr.
that...
The man who started Hooters,
The
not the owner
creator
of the franchise
Hooters.
on the island.
So the guy that is the Hooters to Scott's Coupon King.
Yeah, yes, exactly. And cocaine in the asshole.
Turtle
Don't
time
forget
indeed.
that.
And then you don't know whose asshole, who it belonged to.
I don't know which
who did
asshole.
the snorting.
I just know that these are the key points that I remember.
Whose asshole do you think?
Hooters
Sonia,
asshole
for
for
Sonia's asshole, no question.
Yeah.
Didn't
Obviously.
she just say it this week where she was like, flip me over, turn me
I'm ready.
upside down,
Ramona's really letting her guard down too. She was just basically yeah, I commit to being fucked. Yeah.
So yeah,
Ramona's
there's that.
playlist, her sex playlist.
Wow. Okay. I wonder if Bethany and the rest of them know. Why would anyone be
Is
holding
this why Heather freaked out?
I was told that. Okay, so I was told.
She was like, there was a stranger in the room.
I might am I gonna go to jail for sharing this?
I don't think you'll go to jail.
You'll get a bologna sandwich.
I'm gonna be like
Luanne
banned
went to jail.
from Housewives.
Yeah, watch the mustard packet.
Do you like
I was
bologna?
told that it was like a big deal, like in the filming, and that everyone had to like sign like extra contracts that it would never come out. And here I am sharing it with the world.
You're a hero. Thank you. You're a hero.
That is definitely worth a Beverly Beach shot.
Guys, we've come to the end of our... Oh, my God. Okay, I forgot this game.
know,
Let's
we
just
have
play
to-
5 really quick,
Okay.
and then we're going to wrap up, guys. I promise. Grandma's got to go to bed. Okay, Jamie-Lynn, very quickly. We're
Yes.
going to play a quick game.
Okay.
Jamie, is this a line from The Housewives or The Sopranos?
Okay.
I do not drive if they predict rain. Phaedra Parks or Livia Soprano?
Phaedra?
Livia.
I'm gonna be so bad at this.
I lost another tooth. Fell right out. Soon, Sonia Morgan or Polly Walnuts?
Sonia Morgan.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me tell you something about my family. We're thick as thieves, and we protect each other till the end. Caroline Manzo or Carmela Soprano?
Manzo.
I really love Nora Jones. Polly Walnuts or Caroline Manzo?
Polly Walnuts.
Yes! Okay, I expect to see you tonight with your baked ziti. Joe Giudice or Livia Soprano?
Another hard one. Shit. Livia?
Correct.
Correct.
I want cheese ravioli, salad with house dressing, no tomato, that cannoli filling, and a Diet Coke. Big Pussy or Kim Zolciak?
Kim?
I always have to be the sad clown, laughing on the outside, crying on the inside. Tony Soprano or Bethany Frankel?
Tony.
Tony. And finally, give me pizza, you old troll. Meadow Soprano or Melania Giudice?
I wish I got to say that line, Melania.
Thank you. Wow. Thank you, Jamie. Guys, we're going to end with a song that I'm not going to lie, it's not incredibly polished, but it's quick. And everyone's like, then please don't do it. I'm just going to grab our lyrics here.
Do you need me to leave for this, or can I sit in here? Okay.
Oh, okay. Before I do this, really quick, we have one quick announcement, and it's a good one that I have to say really quickly.
What's that?
Oh, that's Kim Zolciak's beauty line.
Okay.
Believe it or not, and I loved the boots that we got. I really, really, really did, but we're saving up for that one. I think we can go higher. No, I loved what we heard. Okay, really quickly. This is just a quick announcement. Someone sent me this email, and I'm going to quickly put this out there. This comes from Christy. Nicole is a New York City gal living in LA, and Christy is still on the East Coast, but these two have kept their long-distance friendship alive during phone dates. They always debrief on Housewives, and they love bitch sesh, and much like the Housewives, they hated each other at first and are now best friends. So now Christy would like to ask Nicole, would she be her bridesmaid? They are not here, but I assume Nicole said yes.
That's so cute.
Okay, now we are going to move into a little song. And this song is going to go with our shirts. Jamie, I guess you'll just stay seated for this. Yeah, you could do backup.
I'll do a little backup if you need.
Perfect. Okay, we're going to see how this one goes. Last good summer for Carol. Yes, it's her last chance for romance and marathons. A little slower here. moved out. It's just cats now. She's looking pallid. No more sexy salads.
She needs love now. She's wearing gloves now. And Lee Radswill's couch looks so bad.
So let's have last summer, for Carol to get dead. Ooh, last great summer for Carol. Yes, it's the last summer before Carol's body turns to dust. Oh, she needs Lou beside her to guide her,
To take her to meet men. 'Cause you know Lou gets so late.
last summer for Carol. Thank you for coming to our show! Guys, Jamie-Lynn Sigler, thank you! Erin Gibson, is Erin here? She's left.
She's there.
Erin Gibson, Lauren, get on out here.
Lauren.
Thank you to Largo. Thank you to Danielle. Thank you guys so much for coming. This was so fun.
I had this book, laughing at me from my bookshelf. Oh, smart boy, you can't read me. Well, I can read you, Jude the Obscure. I'm Michael Ian Black, and this is Obscure, in which I read Jude the Obscure out loud and comment on it as I go. There must be literally tens of people who will go with me on this journey. Subscribe to Obscure wherever you listen.